The calm before the storm. The sun sets over a quiet town near a dense forest. The air is still, the road empty. Narrator. In the quiet outskirts, where civilization meets the untamed, a man's life is about to change forever. We see James, a mid-30s taxi driver, wiping down his car. He's tired but focused, preparing for his next ride. James, muttering to himself. Another long shift. Hope I can make it home before dark. Scene 2. The unexpected passenger. James drives through a rugged forest road. The car rattles as he keeps his eyes on the road. Narrator. James had driven this route hundreds of times, but tonight something felt different. Suddenly, a man in his 20s, Mark, waves frantically by the side of the road. James pulls over. James, smiling, friendly. Need a ride? Mark, anxious, out of breath. Yes, please. Get me out of here. Something's wrong in the forest. James raises an eyebrow but nods. He opens the door for Mark. Scene 3. The tiger encounter. James accelerates, heading into the darkening forest. The atmosphere feels heavier, the usual sounds of the jungle strangely quiet. Narrator. As they drive deeper into the forest, a growl breaks the silence. Without warning, a massive tiger leaps from the shadows, charging toward the car. Its eyes glow, and it snarls viciously. James shouting, "Hang on, buddy." James slams his foot on the gas, swerving to avoid the tiger, which swipes its claws at the car. Mark screaming, "Faster! It's gonna catch us." The tiger continues to chase them, its powerful legs keeping up with the speeding taxi. James swerves again, narrowly avoiding a dangerous swipe from the tiger's claws. Scene 4. The scorpion attack. James drives as fast as he can, heart racing. He finally slows down as the tiger backs off, but as they pull over to catch their breath, Mark opens the door and screams. Mark shouting, "Scorpions! They're everywhere." The camera zooms in on the ground, showing hundreds of large, venomous scorpions crawling toward the car. James, panicked but trying to stay calm. "Stay in the car. Don't open the door." The scorpions crawl closer, their pincers snapping. James frantically looks around for something to defend himself. Narrator. In the wild, danger doesn't come just once. It comes in waves. Scene 5. Fight for survival. James grabs a nearby stick and starts swatting at the scorpions, while Mark frantically uses a broken bottle to defend himself. James, gritting his teeth. "We can't let them inside. Keep fighting, Mark." The camera shows the intense battle as they try to fend off the deadly creatures, all while keeping an eye on the growls of the tiger, which is still nearby. Mark, desperate. "What now, man? We can't survive this." James, determined. "We move now." Scene 6. The escape. James and Mark jump out of the car and run through the jungle, dodging scorpions and hearing the tiger's growl in the distance. They spot an abandoned cabin and make a mad dash for it. Narrator. In the blink of an eye, James had gone from taxi driver to survivalist. And it wasn't over yet. They slam the cabin door shut just in time, panting heavily. Outside, the jungle is eerily quiet for a moment. Scene 7. Reflection. Inside the cabin, James and Mark sit on the floor, catching their breath. The jungle outside seems calm, but both men know the danger isn't over. James, quietly exhausted. "Never thought I'd end up fighting for my life like this." Mark, shaken, still in shock. "You saved us. I don't know how, but you did." James looks out the window, staring into the darkness of the forest. James, grimly. "Out here it's not about how fast you drive. It's about survival." Scene 8. The wild never sleeps. The camera pulls back from the cabin, showing the silent jungle. The faint growl of the tiger echoes in the distance. Narrator. In the end they survived. But the wild doesn't forget. And neither will they. End scene. The silent jungle.